Oklahoma bandit Al Jennings went down in history as the very picture of outlaw bungling in the Old West. Still, he managed to give lawmen more than a few laughs along the way. His crime spree has often been remembered as the briefest and most comical career any frontier robber ever had. Alphonso J. Al Jennings started out as a prosperous Oklahoma lawyer before trading the courtroom for the outlaw trail, where he helped form the Jennings gang of train robbers. Over the years, his colorful life took on many faces: cowboy, bandit, prisoner, preacher, politician, writer. Al Jennings was born in Virginia in 1863, but his family later made their home in El Reno, Oklahoma. As a young man, he studied law and soon earned the role of prosecuting attorney for Canadian County, serving from 1892 to 1894. By the following year, he had joined his brothers, Ed and John, in a law practice in Woodward, but trouble wasn't far off. In October 1895, Ed and John clashed with rival lawyer Temple Lay Houston, son of Texas legend Sam Houston. Gunfire erupted, leaving Ed dead and John badly wounded. When Houston was acquitted of murder the next year, Al abandoned Woodward altogether. Teaming up with his brother Frank, the two took to cowboy work, until the lure of outlaw life proved too strong. With former dueling gang member Little Dick West, his brother Frank, and Morris and Pat O'Malley at his side, Al Jennings set out to form the so-called Jennings gang. Their first big score was planned for the night of August 16, 1897. They stopped a train near Edmond, Oklahoma, but things went south fast. No amount of gunfire or dynamite could crack open the stubborn safe. A few nights later, they tried a new tactic, standing in the middle of the tracks to force a train to halt. Instead, the engineer gunned it straight ahead, forcing Jennings to dive aside at the last possible second. Another attempt ended just as badly. Finally, on October 1st, the gang made another try, blasting apart a baggage car on a train halted for water 8 miles south of Minco. But once again, luck wasn't with them. The safe held no cash. Frustrated, they turned to the passengers instead, robbing them on the spot. After bungling every train robbery they attempted, the Jennings gang set their sights on easier prey: a general store in Cushing, Oklahoma, on October 29, 1897. Their grand heist brought in a measly $15. With nothing to show for their efforts, the gang soon scattered. By December of that year, Al and his brother Frank were in custody, hauled in by U.S. Deputy Marshal Bud Ledbetter. In 1899, Al was handed a life sentence, but thanks to the tireless legal work of his brother John, it was knocked down to just 5 years. On a technicality, Al walked free in 1902. 2 years later, President Theodore Roosevelt himself granted him a full pardon. Al eventually settled down on a chicken ranch, and that's where he fought the only gun battles of his life. In the first, he managed to shoot a neighbor in the elbow while cleaning a pistol that was still loaded. In the second, he fired at a chicken thief, missed his mark, and ended up killing his own prize rooster instead.